Hello, my name's Dalton McGinnis, and I'm going to be teaching you how to play drum set. First, I'd like to ask your name. Great name, but I'm going to call you Pal. Now the first thing you have to do is get to know your drum set. A common drum set is made up of a hi-hat, ride cymbal, a single crash cymbal, a snare drum, high tom, low tom, floor tom, and a bass drum. As you can see, mine's slightly expanded. Basic beat 1. Eighth notes on right hand, half notes on left hand, quarter notes on right foot. Now you try. Very good. Now let's try a harder beat, adding an eighth note on the right foot. This beat is very common in most drums. It's used in many songs, and you could probably find it in almost anything. Most drummers, however, will take a slight precedent with it and will instead use quarter notes or 16th notes on the hi-hat. The next most important part is fills. Learning to fill out is a very important part of drums, as it's what actually keeps the flair in drumming. For instance, allow me to take our first rhythm and add a fill of some form. A lot of drummers like to say harder fills sound better, but I don't think that's true. Usually, it's easier just to use eighth notes or maybe an easy 16th note to make a song sound better. Now you try. Oh, you didn't quite get it there. This time, you should try it with a bit more flair on your feet and less on your hand. Next lesson, learning to use your toms in interesting ways. Moving your right hand from a cymbal to a tom is usually a very good idea. There are many songs where you can find examples, especially one in which you can find the exact rhythm I taught you earlier. Many of you probably know the song Enter Sandman by Metallica. Well, if we take our normal rhythm and simply move it to floor tom and a high tom, you can find a very similar rhythm. This is done in a lot of ways. There are many songs that involve using around your drums as a regular hi-hat. Simple. And one last lesson, let's look at, yes, jazz. Many people think the common jazz rhythm is quarter notes on right foot, half notes on left hand, and a jazz rhythm on your right hand. A jazz rhythm goes. However, that's actually a lot more complicated than something that would fit in with almost any jazz song in existence. That's using a regular jazz rhythm on your right hand, however, no right foot, half notes on your left hand and left foot. Jazz is perhaps the easiest type of music for drummers to improvise to. It requires very little bass at all, except on accents, which allows it to have a very big kick when you do use your bass drum. No pun intended. Using toms during jazz rhythms, even during a regular rhythm, is actually a really good idea. flowy. And for one last thing, let's give you some homework. Work on this before my next lesson. You should have it perfect before you look at the next video. The reason I give you this one is it teaches you to move your left hand around, not just keep it on 2 and 4. It may seem kind of odd, and it will take some time to figure out, but once you figure it out, it will give you some really good stick control and allow you to move around the drums a lot easier. For another assignment, if you're feeling risky, try this.